So this is probably a weird way of coming back to this whole thing. I honestly don't know what to say, mostly because there's not a lot that I've said on this channel. And I know I originally went from the last four videos I made, didn't do a lot with them, and I haven't posted here for a while. And I'm probably talking to no one because this is how young channels start. That being said though, I do have a different channel. I do have another channel that's I mean, wildly more successful than this. Not by a ton, but like, damn, more than I ever thought I'd get. That being said, I haven't posted here in forever, and I wanted to rectify that specifically because I feel a lull in that department, and I really wanted to start making more stuff in here. Not because my videos don't get a lot of views over there, it's because I don't have really the strength to continue making more videos over there. Not permanently, I just don't feel like it. There's not a lot that you can do in some departments of it. There are new avenues I've seen that are really interesting, and I want to go further into them, but that requires talent that I feel like I need to build up somewhere else. And here's a good starting place, since there's literally no one watching this, and the only video that has any views is one about Godsmack, not Godsmack, Godslap, a comic which I haven't really followed up on. Done originally created by Charlie White, aka Moist Critical Penguin Zero. You know. That being said, I wanted to make this video for one reason, and that is to show off that I can plan because I don't plan a lot, and I really enjoy putting stuff out that people are legitimately interested to hear because I don't feel like a lot of people listen to me in my own world, and if you shout into the void long enough, eventually you'll get something to shout back, or at least be happy that you're yelling and filling their time. So that being said, I don't know what I originally planned this channel for. I think it was mostly for comic books and normal stuff. Um, I kind of just want to put whatever the fuck I want here. I may change the name up. Who gives a shit? That being said, yeah, I'm making this as a list of new videos that I wanted to make. I don't know if I'm going to make all of them, but I 100% hold myself accountable for every single one I don't make. So here's what I wanted to make. This one is probably the one that's the furthest along in development, but also is kind of hard to do because video essays are not my thing. I love watching them. It's hard to figure them out though. So let's get that started. Start off with Hulk 2003 Defense. Now, the reason I'm saying that one specifically is because I work at a Walmart in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Tennessee, and for a while there, we had movies that would just play on repeat on a lot of the display TVs. And this movie particularly, happened to be one that I was stuck with by myself for the longest time, just kind of watching clips of it every single time I did my job. And I felt the need to defend this movie because this is not a good movie. Straight up, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This is not a good movie, but it is one of those movies that I grew up with. I don't find it to be that bad of a movie, and I think there are parts of it that I can honestly defend. That being said, that is the reason I'm putting it up there. A lot of movies have value. This is one that doesn't have a lot, but also it doesn't have nothing. Like, I'll make my points when I make my points, but that's probably the one that I'm putting up there the most. Uh, what's the second one that I wanted to do? This is one that I probably am going to put on a pedestal because I probably will never make this, and even if I do, I'll never feel like I made it right. Berserk. Berserk is a series that I can't say I grew up with, but I was 14 when I found it. Not the age that you should be finding this sorts of stuff. But I found this when I was an edgy 12-year-old and I wanted to make a whole bunch of cool shit because I saw a whole bunch of cool shit and I liked all the characters that dressed in black and were badasses and could do whatever the fuck they wanted. That being said, when I found this, I found a story that I legitimately connected to, and I think you can just barely see a little bit of it, like at the top of the camera, should be like, I don't know how to angle it, right, I don't know, somewhere above me. You can just see it. I have volumes 1 through 40, every single one of them, and I don't feel like holding on to them because I feel like this is a series that I need to spread and I need to give to people that are willing to read it. I don't feel like I should hold knowledge like this. I feel like I need to spread this story to other people. And if I ever do make this video, it will be a long video. It will be a video that I have no ability to perfect, and I will never perfect the video. I I will never be able to do this one justice. And this is a pedestal that I will never be able to fully make. That being said, it's on here as a ladder. So let's move on to another video I want to make. This is a weird first two to start with. um, uh, what other ones do I want to? Other ones? I got it. Warhammer 40K. The reason I'm putting Warhammer 40K up here is because I'm a nerd. I'm a turbo nerd. Holy shit, I'm a nerd. Currently sitting on top of a dresser on the opposite side of this camera, which I feel I can turn the camera and I can show you. That being said, though, I have a few pinups over there that I probably should not show on YouTube. I, if they ever do show up, I will list the artist accordingly. But as of now, I don't want to take that risk. That being said, I currently have the starting of a world leader's army, possibly an emperor's children army. That being said, I am probably not the smartest guy in the world when it comes to this. I'm currently on my 7th book, which is not a lot compared to the 300 that exist. I don't know all the lore. I know a shit ton of the lore, which means I don't know enough to call myself an expert. And I enjoy this shit more than I've probably enjoyed most other things. But that actually brings me to my next one. Fallout, specifically for the fact that it is probably my favorite game series of all time. Like, bar none, this is a series that I legitimately grew up with. Like, playing it in middle school, all the way till high school, all the way till not going to college, going immediately to work, and still playing it. In my future, I still see myself playing it on whatever the fuck I can. And that's special. Where something has stayed with you and you still see it with the bright eyes. You see it with the eyes of a dude who never fell out of love with his wife. That is hard to do. So, what else? Do I have any series up here that I want to lit? That's what I got. Alright. This one's just kind of a general, but I like this idea. The idea of a general book club, because not sponsored by them, Audible, if I ever do get any amount of subscribers on this that in any potential way, hit me up, motherfuckers. That being said, I use Audible a lot. As you can clearly see, I have a shit ton of books up here, and I love reading them. And I want to do, like, any sort of book club, book talk. It was a thing I did. Book talks I did when I was in high school, and I never fucking appreciated them. And I want to bring that back because there's too many times where I'm talking to myself in the shower about, like, all these things that I want to discuss that I know nobody in the house that I live in gives a shit about. So that's one of them. I want to share what I know. I want to talk about what I like. I think it's just a general idea for it. Ooh, that is a good question. What else can I do? I know I've already done like comics on here. That doesn't mean I've done all the comics. I'm still gonna, do more. Or, that's a good one. I have it. I want to put music up here because I grew up with music. I love music. It has never been a part of my life that I have ever been shy about. I will openly tell you what my favorite bands are, or I'll openly tell you what my favorite song is at the moment because it's always changing. Right now, I'm currently listening to a shit ton of Tool and the OSTs for most of Guilty Gear Strive. I'm still working my way to getting the entire thing done, but I'm finding what I like and then I'm burning through those motherfuckers. Anyways, that being said, there's a shit ton of music I want to talk about in the world, and this for a specific. I want to give an unqualified rant about why I love Cage the Elephant. This is coming from a guy who has no experience in music theory, writing, or any form of ability to play any instrument whatsoever. I have tried to learn how to play the guitar. My fingers hurt and my nails were too long, and I gave up immediately. I really want to go back to figuring out how to play it. And I think I want to do three more, and then I'll be able. This went from a very specific one all the way down to just like the concept of wiggly air that makes people's serotonin go off. That is, it's a weird idea. That also being said, let's just list three more, and then we'll call it for this video because I'm at 12 minutes right now, and I really don't think anybody cares this much. Uh, what else do I want to hold myself accountable for? Eh, guess I'm shallow. Really don't have anything else. Is there anything around? No? Alright. Let's just go normal then. Movies. Movies for the sake of movies. Right now, I'm on a binge of a lot of old school black and white sci fi horror movies, and I love them to death. There is so much there, and I wish I could do a lot more with them. And I want to talk about ones as they continue on. Right next to it, let's go ahead and put TV shows for the sake of TV shows. And then finally, because I'm 20 something years old. I'm 20 something years old in 2022. So I'm going to do what every person my age does and talk about the little known art form known as. You see, it may exactly not be very well known. I don't know if you've heard of it. It may have gotten recently popular. Can't say much about it. But if you have, good for you. If you got exposed to it because that guy told you about it, I deeply apologize. I swear to Christ, the people who watch anime are not all like that. Some people just hit the drug really hard and then they try to give it to people as fast as they can. That being said, this is kind of just my list of stuff I want to make videos for. Not necessarily because I have the talent to make them, but because I hold myself to a degree and I want to be able to live up to past me's expectations, at least once or twice. That being said, I just want to end the video because fuck it. I can do what I want. There's nobody subscribed to this channel. Have a nice fucking day. If you're gay, go out there and get laid. If you're straight, go out there and get laid. If you're non-binary, go out there and get laid. If you don't like sex, French toast. That shit's good. Make some fucking French toast. You can do it. I believe in you. Peace.